Do you like spiders? Do you maybe like true spiders? Do you maybe like bolting through spiders? Do you maybe like blazingly fast teleporting through spiders? If the answer was yes to any of those questions, then this video will be perfect for you. And why perfect, you may ask? Well, it is because we are going to rehouse these true spiders, these super fast true spiders, except this one. This is a tarantula. These are true spiders and this is true spiders, and we will move them into the dark den acrylic enclosures. You see, I have them right here. They aren't ideal because these spiders... What the hell? Look at this. I also wanted to do an update on Trapdoor spider in this video, but this now forces my hand to do the update right now because this is crazy. I went on vacation and I left this camera to record a time-lapse of Trapdoor spider building a trapdoor. And you know, camera was set like somewhere here, and right here I had an enclosure. And look what happened. You see this on top of the lens? This, my friend, is spider poop. The thing is, when trapdoor spiders need to go to poop, they just go out of their trapdoor, they turn around, point their booty up and just spray away. And this is the result. This is the poop that trapdoor spider sprayed on the lens. I just hope that the lens did not damage with this, because I don't know how corrosive the poop is. Let me remove that. Okay, you see, I cleaned the lens, but I left these as a reminder. They will be battle scars. Now, before I show you the trapdoor spider, let me actually introduce you to the spiders that we will rehouse in this video. So, as I was saying, we will rehouse them into these enclosures, even though they are not ideal. That is because, as you can see, these spiders like to stay on top, and these enclosures that I will use got a top opening. So that is not ideal, because the spider can then just hang on the top and you have trouble opening the enclosure. But in the future I will get a front opening of these small enclosures, just like this one. You see, this one got a front opening. Oh, I was looking at this side and wondering why it is not so clear, but you see, I forgot to peel off the protective case. Now it's super clear. So even though I got these enclosures that got front opening that are ideal for these spiders, unfortunately I only have these bigger ones, not these smaller ones, and they are way too big for a spider of this size. And you see, these are a bit bigger, but they are still too small for this enclosure, and this is more appropriate. But as you can see, this spider barely fits inside of this cup, so it definitely needs a rehouse immediately, and I cannot wait for enclosures of this size with front opening to arrive. So yeah, I need to rehouse them now. The scientific names of the said spiders that we will rehouse are two of Cupiennius salei, these orange guys. Then I also have two of Viridasius species. You will be able to see them better once I get them out. Then I have one heteropoda. This is a heteropoda davidbowie, and it will also get orange as it grows. And last one, it is a tarantula. It is one that I personally bred. It is this Psalmopoeus pulcer. And you maybe notice how I opened the cup with tarantula without any problem, while I didn't even attempt to open a cup that contains any of these true spiders. And there is a good reason for that. They are insanely fast. They can just, when you open the cup, they can just bolt out, and then they jump, they run, they're like crazy. So rehousing them will be a trip. This enclosure with front opening will be for a tarantula, while, as I said, these enclosures will be for the true spiders. So first, let's take the heteropoda davidbowie, shall we? And that should be the quickest rehouse, because we already have the enclosure prepared. So we just need to get the spider inside, and thankfully it is being super chill, so we can inspect it actually really good. The only question is how it will react once I poke it. Ooh! Well, that was a reaction. Okay. Let's proceed with the rehouse. As you see, I'm using a tripod for this, because handling a camera and a fast spider is not the best idea usually. Poke. Okay, it is inside. Don't you move now. Oh, yes. There we go. First rehouse complete, and it was honestly super simple, right? So let me close off the door before the spider changes its mind. This now looks much better than the old cup, and hopefully it won't hang on the ceiling, I mean on the top lid, but instead it will hang like somewhere on the cork bark. That is what I'm hoping for. But we will see through the next few days. And now I realize that I didn't actually show you the trapdoor, spider trapdoor progression, so let's deal with that now. I actually put it on its spot and it is right there. And if you, oh, you see this is also a spider poop, but the spider made this when I was at home, and it looks like this on top is part of the one that's sprayed on the camera, or no, it is just focused over there. That's interesting. Anyhow, where is the trapdoor? It is so well hidden, and if you didn't know that there is a trapdoor spider, you wouldn't even suspect that right there is where the trapdoor is. For some reason it didn't make like the lines, but I'm hoping that it will do it sometimes in the future. Let's see if we can get some reaction. Now you see, I'm pretty sure that the spider is in the pre-molt or something, and that's why it was so passive in the video, and right now there is no reaction. Maybe that's why there are no lines. Yeah, the update will follow in the future, together with a time-lapse of how it built the entire trapdoor. Now let me set up the enclosures for a Viridasius species, because I think that they are a little bit slower, or I'm hoping that they are a bit slower than these guys. A bit of substrate, and I need to find appropriate small pieces of cork bark. This one should be a good candidate. This one is too big, maybe too wide. Yeah, this one could work. And just one more for good measure. Yeah, that one. Let's see how this goes. Perfect. And the other enclosure, so hard to not get it dirty. And this cork bark is a bit smaller, but it should work fine, I guess. Now let me get the spiders. Oh, this one was already teleporting inside of the cup. Tricky, tricky. Here goes nothing. Okay, this is all good. Right here you can see the spider actually really well. You can clearly see how striped the legs are. Pretty cool feature. So now, zoom out. I don't know if I should like poke it. I try to set it up so you can actually see what is happening, but at the same time, I think that that is a bit okay, okay. No. Chill, bro, chill. It was kind of freaking out inside. Hopefully it will settle behind that cork bark and take a bit of chill pill. Let's get the other one. So far I'm super satisfied with how I am dealing with this. Oh, this one is actually inside of a web hammock, so we need to... Okay. No. So fast. Gently lift it. See, it is right there. Oh, and it is already here. And it's... Okay, it is over there. Will you go straight down? Oh. I don't think that their speed translates well on the video, but they are crazy fast. The tarantulas got nothing on these guys. Yeah, and I still didn't get a real bolt. Oh, look how heteropoda is already chilling on the cork bark. That is really nice. It is already using it and not hanging on the lid, which is, yeah, as I hoped for. Now setting up the enclosures for last two true spiders. The ones that feel the craziest, but this cork bark is too small and this one is too narrow, I mean too short. So I need to find new cork bark. This one could work. Let me see. Yeah, that is good. And maybe. Yeah. And look at this. These are actually the original cups in which they came. And look at this beetle. You see it? Now the spider got one leg on it, but it looks like the previous owner or breeder used a larva from this beetle to feed the spider. And apparently one larva escaped and now the beetle came out. But the spider is not interested in beetles. Their exoskeleton is probably too hard. So let's see how this will go. Here it is, ready to jump and bolt. Ooh. Currently just strolling, it is not stressed out, it does not feel threatened, so that's a good thing. Let me zoom out and Just try and get it to go directly inside of... I'm afraid not to squish it. Good. That definitely wasn't that terrible. Definitely was pretty cool. Alright, so let's do it once again and see if the, how would you say it, fifth time the charm, or no, not fifth, because I was actually lucky with every rehouse, so fifth rehouse success, no, fifth lucky rehouse in a row. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Hopefully the spider agrees. Yes, you can just go simply go in your enclosure. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. We can deal with everything just by talking to each other. Oh, great. So all the true spiders are now in their corresponding enclosure, and perhaps for the excitement of this video, maybe that's not the best, because I know that all of you are probably hoping to see at least some bolts, but unfortunately I need to disappoint you a bit, because no bolts today. And let me just put this jumping spider enclosure here on the stake so it looks so nice. Yeah, and look, they definitely missed the cork bark in their enclosure. You see, this one is already also using it to hang on it. The other ones are hiding behind, and this one still needs to figure it out. But overall, yeah, definitely more enjoyable than this cup, huh? Yeah, you see both Viridasius spiders are behind also on the cork bark. And they're actually kind of hard to spot. With those stripes, they camouflage really good. Now let's deal with the last rehouse of today, and that is a bit standard, kind of boring, because it is just a tarantula. But these Psalmopoeus tarantulas can surprise, because if you remember, a long time ago I actually stepped on one and I squished it because it escaped and ran under my sofa, and I was looking for it, and then accident happened. For a beginner, pretty stressful time. I'll just put it here in the corner. No, not in the corner, in the back, and secure it with the substrate. Need a bit more substrate. Tarantula will secure it more with webbing. A little bit of this for the texture, and voila, the enclosure for Psalmopoeus pulcher is prepared. So we can now move the spider inside, and I don't think that I will need a poking stick. Yeah, this is still a kind of small tarantula, so my fingers are relatively safe. There we go. Maybe also a bit too small tarantula for an enclosure of this size, but I'm going to risk it for this one, because this one is a special tarantula since I bred it, and it is a relatively fast growing tarantula, so after one molt it will be more than big enough for this enclosure. Yeah, the only real downside of having a small tarantula, small spider in a big enclosure is feeding can be relatively complicated. So you're only complicating for yourself if you put a tarantula in a big enclosure. Also, in case you wonder, by the middle of this week, I'm hoping that these enclosures will be available on the web shop. So they will be available only for Europe, so you can order it only if you live within the Europe, and you will only be able to order 4 at a time because of the weight and shipping things. And yeah, but at start I won't have a lot because I'm just testing the things out, how everything goes. I got the packages, I have the boxes for shipping, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel even more, there's a Patreon page. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload on Monday and sometimes live stream on Sunday. So see you again soon. Bye.